Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Number here off of this photo I sent you.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, the box says System M32SCD Door Assembly Part 7013320. And it's a top pivot system M32-SCD.
Okay, I think I'm looking at it.
Okay. So that's the box that thing came in. And what we're trying to do is avoid an afterthought stop that we're going to see from the front. So if that thing has a limit setting on it, we can do it without putting a mechanical stop, just literally screwing on a bumper for it. That'd be a slicker way to go, I would think. If that hinge
I hear you.
Yeah.
This thing will act like a revolving door if it's not otherwise stopped.
Yeah. I'd really feel safer putting one on, but really it's an aesthetic thing right now. I mean, geez. I mean, it's got to be mounted on the front of the damn door. There's no other way to do it, you know? You don't want something sticking out of the floor. God, the only other thing I could imagine doing, but we're still going to have something that you're seeing. God, I'm almost thinking if I could sort of rabbit the thing back in and conceal it. So that's not going to work. Shit. It just is what it is. You got to have a bumper, and that's it. Unless that hinge will stop at a fixed point.
On the inside of the door, is there a horizontal continuity of the wood from the door to the side, the walls or the side lights or whatever it is?
It's drywall right up to these walnut jambs, and then there's like a 1/4 of an inch proud reveal, if I remember correctly. So conceivably, how could we do it there?
Well, you could just take
on the hinge side. The hinge side. Oh, well, it's already got a stop in the jamb, but it's got a little travel because they were providing a little Pemco bubble curved in weather strip, which was stupid because there's no other weather stripping on the door. Copper bottom. It's like, okay, that's lame.
Maybe on the one side.
Maybe if I put bumpers on the hinge side jamb, and that's the stop. That's it. Does that make sense? Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think the safest, most... I would feel, as far as the function of the door, putting a damn stop on the strike side and knowing that that's going to land and stop and stay there. Because this is a really heavy door.
What about that idea of taking a piece of half by half trim in a matching species and nailing that, attaching that to the edge of the door, and then rabbiting the jamb on the pull side on the inside so that piece of wood becomes a rabbited door edge, and you've, prepped the frame to receive it when it closes. It would be...
So it's not standing proud like an astragal. We're insetting it to where it's clean and I like that. God, that's a lot of work. But it's clean. I really like that. Here's what's up, though. The people are pissed. We're way past schedule. It's T&M, and it just got way past their deadlines. And they're playing hide the check, and they're slow. So I'm trying to do stuff where the GC is, like, not wanting to write a check. I'll just break him the news and tell him what his options are. Crazy. Yeah, I like that. That sounds like a real clean way to do it. My only concern would it, setting that thing in there strong enough. And my concern is that the substrate on this big, massive door with a walnut veneer on it, it's composite. It's particle board on the inside. And you can't get stuff to really, unless I got that on there with like 3M marine adhesive, which takes like 72 hours to cure and it smells horrible. That stuff is permanent and bulletproof like nothing else. But if you get it on anything, it's a nightmare. Tight bond on particle board, I don't like that. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. You're a hard
but they didn't veneer over particle board on the edge. There's got to be some 1x material there, right?
I wish there was. It's
oh no, that's
maybe 3/8 fit.
Oh.
I know.
That's going to be problematic for mounting the hardware too. Mortising it is fine, but screwing to it?
Fuck, that's right. Yeah, it's going to move.
You could try to put the electric. No, this is a problem. If you went without the cylinder idea and had some way to open the circuit to enter and exit, you can put the electric deadbolt in the jamb, because that's solid, and then just put the strike, which is only going to be 1/8 of an inch thick, into the edge of the door.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were doing in the first place. We were going to mount that because the wire is already on the jamb side.
Yeah. You know what? I take that back, because we can make you really long cylinders to go through that wall if they wanted to really get nuts over it.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done cylinders that are like 6-inch long.
Oh, cool. So if we've got this electric strike on the jamb side, or what do you want to call that? The latch, I'm screwing up terminology here. So we're kind of reversing things. We don't have this thing popping out of the jamb into the door. Or yes, that's exactly what we have. Instead of from the door popping into the strike on the jamb, we're reversing that, because the wiring is on the jamb side. So we're going to have this electric deadbolt basically coming from the jamb, and then we just got to mount the strike in the door for that. And my head's still hovering around this stop issue and how much of a problem that's going to be. But the other, in regards to that stop and then rabbiting in like we were just talking about, that's the cleanest look so far. The easiest way to do this is just attach a piece of a metal astragal on the jamb on the strike side, so it doesn't go past, because it swings in and we don't want it to go out. I could do that, but I got to see if they're going to like it. So what am I missing here? We still have to be able to bypass that electric lock somehow mechanically, either pushing a button or turning a thumb latch or some means, both inside and outside. We don't want to get locked out or locked in. Yeah.
So, what they could do is make it fail safe so that it's continuously powered. In the event of a power outage, it will be unlocked. Maybe what they can do is put a one-sided deadbolt on the inside to secure it in the event of a power outage. Then you could have just some sort of a push button on the inside and then access control on the outside, your keypad, whatever it's going to be.
Okay, so this can be configured in a way where in the event of a power outage, it's unlocked.
It's unlocked, absolutely, fail safe.
And that'll pass. That'll pass inspection, and we'll be fine, right? Are they going to? Well, that's going to be on the inspector standing there. I can't say what the code would be in that jurisdiction.
So you definitely want to get clearance from clearance before you bought the parts.
Sure. All right. Well, my guy Jesse, he's really good with the Santa Monica city inspectors, and they're a nightmare. They're one of the hardest cities in California to work in. So that's why I'm a little nervous. All right. I'll run it by Jesse. If we can do that, just wire it so that it disengages in the event of a power outage, and then we have some kind of a deadbolt latch on the interior side. I think that would make everyone happy, the inspector and everybody else.
And if your client wants a super clean look, I mean, you've got nothing on the door. You're going to need some handle, but some means to pull it open. But other than that, it's super clean. And I don't know that adding that piece of trim to the edge of the door is the end of the world, because I know I could take my router and put it on that jamb and run it all the way up and down. And yeah, I'd have to clean out the end of it, with a hammer and chisel. But that's not so far-fetched. It's just you need a finished carpenter who's done nothing but finished carpentry his entire adult life. Yeah, well, those two got laid off. These guys were in their late 60s. The best guys in Malibu, and the GC's like, I don't want to be paying $4,000 a week for these guys. Well, you need them for 3 hours. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pitch this. I'm going to say, get Jeff and Byron over there, and here's how to do it. Because I'm trying to build radial stairs on a whole other job. You said that earlier a little bit. I've dipped my toe into the world of stairs, and I think I still have brain damage from thinking about it. It's, oh my God, there's so many different things that can go wrong. It's really daunting, but I'm just going to cowboy up because it's really rough framing. Yeah. Super complicated rough framing because it's going to get drywalled and plastered and there's marble going on it. So let those guys take all the wiggle and the little bumps, because I got to make this helical perfection. If it were all clear work, I'd be passing on it. I would even try, but because we're drywalling it and putting stone over it, it's like, oh, we can hide a bunch. Yeah, I did a simple stringer one time, maybe only 6 treads, and I was off 3/4 inch of my calculation. And my God, can you feel that when your last foot hits the floor? Oh my, 3/4 inch might as well be a foot. It's crazy how much you can tell. It'll flip. You'll roll your ankle. You'll stumble. Yep. Yeah, it's serious. They only allow 3/8 of forgiveness in a whole run. I believe it. You're talking because under a 16th per step. Yeah. What we have. It's daunting. So it's been done before. I just call all the smartest guys and I ask lots of questions. I had a guy. Arcways, they're world famous. They do epic work. And they're out of Wisconsin. There's a guy named Tom Anderson, and I got him on the phone, and he was really generous with his time. He spent about an hour and a half with me. And these guys have done world-class stuff all over the place. And because I don't know what I don't know yet, because I've never done a radial stair, it's like, I'm listening carefully to everybody's caveats and heads ups, and know exactly where it could go wrong, because the guys running this build, they're like, just do it, man, just build it, go for it. I've heard that before, and I've torn out stuff before, so yeah. Well, if the finished carpenters want to call, tell them to call me. I'll be here all day tomorrow. Cool. Thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. I'll run all this by everybody and see what we all think. So just to summarize here, that strike will disengage in the event of a power outage. We can rabbit in a stop on the strike side on the interior. That's a real clean solution for the stop. And I'm assuming that Fitzgergen does not have a limit setting or a stop on it. I'm not an expert with Fitzgergens, but I pulled up the instructions for your model number. Like I said, that sucker will work as a revolving door if you let it. Okay. So it'll just go 360. No, shit. Yeah, we can't do that. Okay. So we definitely need a stop at this point. Okay.
Great. Well, I'm going to pitch this and wish me luck. I'm trying to get this sucker done here.
Yeah, or you know what? If you want to keep the bear out of your garbage can, move the garbage can. What about the idea of just turning it into double acting?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
What about the idea of just allowing it to double act? The only problem with that is the client would have to push the door to center. You'd have like a roller latch or something, so the deadbolt knows to close it. But maybe that's an idea. Although I don't think you've got the treatment on the outside edge of that door to permit it to swing out.
It does swing past a tiny bit, but again, there's a stop on the pivot side jam.
Oh yeah. You'll have
It'll
to
swing
stop
like
that door.
4 or 5 inches out, and I was hoping we could dial that Fitzgerald down so it doesn't swing past. But it doesn't sound like that's how that works. Because we got a real wide fulcrum to tear up gears and stuff.
You're right. Even if you had a Rixson floor closer that would stop at 90 or 110, that's not really a means by which to stop the door. You could continue to push and, as you've said, tear it up. So you need an auxiliary means to control that door to stop the door. You got a massive, it's probably LD2 particle board, which is 33-pound density. The thing probably weighs as much as a manatee. So it's got to be stopped. Yeah.
With the sapele cladding, I mean, the door by itself was like 400 pounds before the cladding. So that's a real heavy monster that's going to mess stuff up. So, yeah, I'm liking that internal stop, and I'll just pitch 2 ideas and see which one they pick, either a metal one on the front or that rabbited in walnut one on the interior. That's their choice.
Cool. So, I look forward to knowing how it turns out.
All right. Thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. Bye now.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.